Do you feel like life is happening to you instead of to you? Like you're just responding to any chaos that comes your way? Miyamoto Musashi, the sword saint who had never lost, was in more than 60 death matches and never lost control. You can take charge of your life instead of just sitting back and letting things happen. Lesson 1. Stop reacting, start directing. It's important to be able to react quickly and successfully in battle because waiting for an opponent to strike first means losing the initiative. Miyamoto Musashi, a famous swordsman, stressed the value of sen, or initiative. There are 3 types of sen: ken-no-sen, starting the attack, tai-no-sen, responding to an attack, and tai-tai-no-sen, attacking at the same time. Being in charge instead of being inactive is what all forms are about. This idea isn't just useful on the battlefield. Many people use it in their everyday lives, too, when they let outside factors control how they feel. Stress and a lack of direction can come from being in this kind of state. Musashi would call this a blocked mind, telling people that focusing on enemies or their own fears makes them fail. The fight that Musashi had with Sasaki Koror is a good example of this because it shows how he controlled the situation by planning his moves and using a longer weapon. He responded effectively instead of just reacting. To change from a reacting life to an intentional life, people need to be aware of their power dynamics, figure out what makes them feel bad, and make time for mindful pauses before they react. Musashi said that grieving was a reaction and that acceptance, on the other hand, meant going in the right way. Chaos in the outside world can't be controlled, but a person can learn to control their stance, attention, and choices. Starting today, people should question their automatic responses by thinking about what they want to happen and why they want it to happen. When people stop seeing themselves as victims of life and start seeing themselves as its authors, they are better able to deal with chaos without panicking. This gives them control over their thoughts and, by extension, their lives. Lesson 2. Your habits are your destiny. Choose them wisely. Big acts don't shape us. The small things we do every day, which most people don't even notice, do. Musashi was an example of a samurai who became a master through hard work and discipline. They lived by rules like not seeking pleasure for its own sake, controlling their wants, and not hoarding money. These principles stress how important habits are for getting rid of things that aren't necessary to find your meaning. On the other hand, modern distractions like using our phones too much and buying things without thinking show us how much we can lose by making choices that don't seem important. Musashi pushed for the constant improvement of both the body and the mind, stressing that success comes from consistently working on both. His commitment went beyond swordsmanship and included other arts as well. This shows that focusing on one thing makes you more focused on everything else. If you want to get better, you need to look at your daily habits and patterns. Negative habits, like putting things off and complaining, make you feel panicked and like you're a victim. Positive habits, like working out early or reading every day, build endurance and depth. Musashi's ideas show that daily choices have the power to change a person, so making mindful choices about habits is important for creating the future you want. It may not seem like a big deal at first, but these habits can have big effects over time, so it's important to make smart choices. Lesson 3. Small, daily disciplines beat occasional heroics. This document talks about how daily habits and consistent practice are more important than heroic attempts every once in a while. It shows that real success comes from practicing hard for thousands of hours, like the famous warrior Musashi, who stressed the importance of rhythm in all areas of life, such as business, politics, and martial arts. The text attacks the occasional heroics way of thinking, which often makes people inconsistent and hopeless. It instead encourages having an everyday mind, which means taking on small jobs with the same discipline and focus as big ones. Simple things you do every day, like reading, walking, and writing, add up to big accomplishments over time. In the end, the message tells people to stop looking for quick fixes and instead focus on the slow process of discipline, knowing that big goals are only reached through consistent, small efforts. Lesson 4. If it aligns with your goals, do it now. Putting things off is the thief of life. It's the silent killer of dreams. There are times when we tell ourselves, "I'll do it tomorrow, I'll start on Monday," or "I'll wait until I feel ready." Musashi knew a harsh truth, though: you'll never feel ready. Being ready is not a feeling, it's something you do. When he was young, he didn't wait to face people until he was a good warrior. He officially challenged an adult warrior named Arima Kihei when he was 13 years old. He had never done it before. He had to be scared, right? He did it anyway. He won the fight with a stick made of wood. He did something without waiting for courage to come along. This is very similar to the current idea of the 5-minute rule, or action first, motivation later. Musashi knew that the mind goes with the body. You will wait a very long time if you wait for the right mental state to start. The emotional state is made by the act of beginning. In his teachings, he said that the thought should not get blocked or fixed. Waiting and worrying can make it hard to think straight. It stops things from moving forward. He would say, perceive things that are not obvious and pay attention to the smallest details. Putting things off often hides in the fog of the future. You don't start because the big picture is too much for you to handle. But if you pay attention to the smallest thing, like the first page, call, or step, the fog goes away. If you want to reach a goal that is close to your heart, then putting it off is like betraying yourself. Do not think about falling in love, Musashi wrote. This is not because love is bad, but because being too focused on it can take your attention away from the way. Also, don't think about how hard the job is all the time. Instead, think about how it fits together. Does this job help you reach your goal? If the answer is yes, the only right thing to do is take action. Think about the story of how Musashi beat the Yoshioka school. He didn't just take part in one fight. He knew that he had to take them apart in a planned way. He didn't think twice when he saw the master, Yoshioka seizure. He made a strong hit. When he later fought Yoshioka Maraschino, the young replacement, he used the setting, the time, and the mood of the fight to win again. He acted quickly and in line with his goal, which was to show that his plan was the best. If you can do it in less than 5 minutes, do it now. Take this as a simple rule in your life. Do it now if it will help you reach your goal. Do not wait for a better time. 20 years ago was the best time to plant a tree. Now is the second best time. The person you want to be in the future is watching you. You need to call them, write that page, or go to the gym right now. Don't let them down. Do it right now. Lesson 5. You can't control the outcome, but you own the effort. It's possible that this is the most freeing fact in the whole world. We can't live without success. We need an A+. We want to get the job. We want to be praised. We want to win. When we don't get them, we feel like we've failed. We think all of our hard work was for nothing. But Musashi knew something more profound as he sat in his cave near the end of his life. You can never be sure of what will happen. The other person might be bigger. The market might fall. The judge might have a bias. The wind might change. But the work? It's your job to work hard. It's the only real thing you own. He writes, do not regret what you have done. Do not be careless. It tells us to let go of our ties to the past. When something is done, it's done. If you fought well but lost, it doesn't help to feel bad about it. But the lesson is worth a lot. He also wrote, give up your own needs and don't look for fame or money. Because chasing fame and money makes you dependent on something you can't change to be happy. It forces you to follow what everyone else thinks. Before any of his more than 60 duels, Musashi didn't think, I hope people will think I'm great. Whenever he went in, his only goal was to seize the moment, follow the right rule, and move in perfect time. He was interested in the process, not the reward. He famously said, today is victory over yourself of yesterday. Tomorrow is your victory over lesser men. Look at the focus. First, victory is inside of you. It's about whether you did a better job today than you did yesterday. That is a win based on hard work. If you put in more work, you've already won, even if the scoreboard outside says otherwise. Anyone who wants to change their life needs to learn this lesson. You can't say for sure that this month you will lose 20 pounds. The scale thinks for itself. You can promise, though, that you will eat well and work out every day. You can't promise that everyone will love your business. The market changes a lot. You can promise, though, that you will work 8 hours a day with honesty and creativity. You can't be stopped when you focus on effort, because putting in work is a choice that you can make no matter what. Musashi beat an opponent with a wooden or one time because that's what he had handy. He couldn't change the fact that he had lost his real sword, but he could change how he tried to win with something else. So, give your work your all. Give it everything you've got. But let go when the curtain comes down. Don't get attached to the cheers. Don't let the quiet get to you. The sweat on your forehead is yours. You own the time you spent. You are responsible for the person you turned into. Your prize is becoming stronger, more focused, and more resilient. No one can take it away from you. Honor Buddhas and gods, but don't depend on them, Musashi said. Use your own two hands. Count on your own hard work. Lesson 6. Your future self is built by what you do today. This paper uses the historical figure Musashi to show how important actions you take now can have an effect on who you become in the future. That the future shouldn't be seen as a faraway place, but as a place where things are always being built, and the choices we make now will shape who we are in the future. From the time he was 13 years old until he became a master swordsman, Musashi's life shows that becoming skilled is not a quick change, but the result of choices you make every day. The text talks about Musashi's manual and how each principle is meant to stop people from giving in to their desires and encourage traits like self-reliance and honesty, making sure that current actions are in line with future goals. It talks about a common misunderstanding called the future self fallacy. This is when people think that their future selves will naturally have traits like drive or discipline, which makes them put off doing things that they need to do. The paper says that a person's future self is an extension of their present self. This means that the things that people do today are very important. It also asks readers to think about their current living choices and how they might affect their future health. It encourages them to understand that their daily habits shape who they will become. The last thought asks readers to think about what they do every day and pushes them to make changes. It compares the journey of self-improvement to picking up a sword and beginning to build a better future. The main idea is how important it is to live on purpose in order to leave a meaningful heritage, like Musashi's.